Welcome to it, as it is the roundtable with looking back at the year in terms of fashion. Yes, 2021 has been exciting in terms of fashion trends. Our celebrities, our famous people in this country have been coming through with styles that have left us more confused than anything. Others have really given us something to talk about, while others have truly inspired us. Yes, this is the show where we get to look back at 2021 in pictures, in fashion, who made trends, who didn't, who gave us something to talk about, and who did not. What was trending, all of that. That is what we're going to be getting into today. Now, my guest is Kuni. Now, he's going to be joining me via Zoom. He is a TV personality and radio as well. He is a performing artist and a fashion enthusiast, believe it or not. Excuse me, but we all know that, right? Because Kuni has been giving us a few trends of his own as well. Has had Zambia talking, shaking tables. But today we shake a different table, which is this very one, the round one. But Kuni, how are you doing? So is Kuni still there? All right. So anyway, when it comes to all things fashion, right, this year we've seen HH gloves have been trending. The First Lady was trending. Commander Grace was trending. Kalimanchi's hair, innocent Kalimanchi's hair, had a whole conversation of social media that sent us into a frenzy. People asking, with him being in jail or in prison, people were asking, how did he manage to get his hair done? Why does he keep his hair? All these questions were popping up, but we'll get into that later. We also did see major weddings. Esther, Pompey, how they managed to keep that wedding under wraps is amazing. All their guests definitely showed that they went to a private school, because I mean, we didn't get to see their pictures until they officially released them. Enoch Mwepo as well did wed this year, and amazing, absolutely beautiful pictures we did see from him and his bride. I'm Malama Mukonde. Kuni's on the other side of the line. Hi, Kuni.
How are you, Malama?
I'm good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! I can't wait for the new year. 2021 is finally over.
Right. I also can't wait for the pandemic to be over so that we can get back to groove. I miss grooving.
Indeed, indeed.
Now, Kuni, 2021 has been quite interesting. We have seen quite a number of our socialites, celebrities, public figures trending with solely based on what they have come out
Yes.
wearing. Looking back at 2021, what are your thoughts in terms of this year's fashion trends?
Well, I think this year, I think I can safely say that this year people stepped up their fashion game. They thought a little bit more outside the box. We've really come a long way from Chitenge outfits at every event,
Yeah.
from the tailor. Shout out to our local tailors. We love them. We love them dearly. But
Shout-
at least people are now, stepping out of the box and actually going to fashion houses, actual fashion houses, and to get their stuff done, from a fashion house. Also, supporting our local fashion designers, and it's been very exciting. People are doing the things. They've been doing the things. A few misses here and there, room for improvement, definitely. But all in all, I think a better fashion year this year.
A better fashion year this year, indeed. But one of the biggest fashion events has been Lusaka July, been running for 5 years, I beg your pardon. And this one was something different. Heaven on Earth was the theme. What did you think of the
Yes.
theme, Heaven on Earth?
I really loved the theme Heaven on Earth. I was very excited when I heard about that theme, and I was like, the previous theme, I think, no, the previous theme was yellow, and then
Yeah.
the theme before that was 21st Century Garden.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, I said, I wonder how this would translate, because 21st Century Garden was also giving a heavenly vibe,
Yeah.
kind of, we're in enchanted garden.
Yes.
So I was wondering how people are going to pull Heaven on Earth. And then, a few outfits were boring and expected, like with the blues and the whites. But a few people really thought outside the box, and I love that.
Okay, so very quickly, Kuni, we're going to take a short break, and on the other side, we'll be getting to break down more fashion trends and see who made the list and who did not.
Joe biscuit. Huh? Johnny, what's wrong with this machine? Do you know how this machine works?
Eta, no stress, Eta. Don't worry.
Huh?
It's no surprise the whole town is going nuts about Cookie Joe Scotch shortcake biscuits. Cookie Joe, also in vanilla, lemon, and milk creams.
Now question, are you in love with someone but you just don't know how to tell them? Oh, no stress. Oh, don't worry, we got you. In a country full of so many beautiful people, why do you have to be single? So get in touch with us on Wanilata. And we will set you up with something as great as this. Or a little something like this. And you can tell your crush just exactly how you feel. Otherwise, it's mad lit. After takumenyela katrubo, all you have to do is ask your crush. Wanilata. So get in touch with us on the number 0971-833-585 or email us on wanilatazambia@gmail.com. Otherwise, vamalav vamushe, but Wanilata.
Welcome back to it. What a year 2021 has been in terms of fashion, and today we're looking back at the year. What has it been like? All those that have been trending today, we get to break them down. All the events, all your fashionistas, all your famous Zambian people that did bring it is who we're going to be breaking down today. My name is Malama Mukonde, and of course joining me on the other side is socialite, fashion enthusiast, TV and radio personality, and of course performing artist is Kuni. So Kuni, we were talking about Lusaka July before we went to commercial, and I'd just like to get this from you. What is always the highlight for you when it comes to Lusaka July?
For me, the highlight of Lusaka July, I wish I would say the polo.
Yeah.
But I would be lying. It's the fashion.
I think I've only watched in total over the years, maybe 10 minutes of polo.
Yes.
Right? But anyway, let's move on from that. Earlier on in the year, I mean, this was an election year, 2021. August 12th was a big, big day for Zambia. And leading up to that, we did see different political parties coming together, giving us their running mates, selling us their manifestos. But outside all of that, it being a COVID year, again, a second year running, we did see the Patriotic Front Vice President running mate, Professor Kanduluo, have a selection of masking. She went to a whole different level. She was trending more for masking, the way she was masking up, than her being ECL's running mate. Now, what did you make of, hey, we don't even know if it's a scarf, it's a mask, it's a what? What did you make of that?
Oh my goodness. Bless her soul, our dear former vice president. I think she tried, during the election year, she stepped up a little bit more. But then the thing is that her counterparts were stepping up even more. But we're always gonna respect her, for who she is and what she does. I think she was presentable. She was so presentable all the time. I don't think she looked bad per se at any given point. I feel like she was, I feel like fashion is not like her most important thing to think about. There's other important things for her to think about probably. But I think those who were around her, trying to get her to present herself well, did a good job. Not an excellent, like, wow, out of the ballpark, but it was a good job. It was decent.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was a bit much, especially, the drapey form of mask. I didn't really understand what she was going for with that one. I think it had a lot of people confused. A lot of people were teasing her in terms of, is she wearing drapes maybe from her house? Like what was going on here? But I think if there's one thing that she did show us is she did bring a different style to masking up.
Yes.
Now,
she definitely brought a different style to masking up. Hello, there have been styles of masking up. There have been things. We've seen things.
We really have. But also, what have you thought about the trend of masks? Because, I mean, we've seen different celebrities, even here, try to match their outfits with the masks, just try to blend in and make masking up a little bit more stylish.
Yes, I absolutely love the styles that of people masking, the styles that people have been bringing forth with their masking game. In fact, I think the year was 2020. It was December of 2020. Do you remember the penthouse party, the jungle theme?
Yeah.
And I actually showed up in a mask. I don't know why I thought of that.
Yeah.
COVID hadn't yet hit. We didn't know about COVID, but I wore this jungle outfit with a matching mask. And the reason why is because I saw that all the cool kids, in different countries were like doing this whole mask thing. And I said, this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
So then we had, finally when COVID hit and people started wearing masks, I was like, I feel like maybe I was a little bit ahead of the game in that respect. So when I saw people doing like the matching masks, I was all for it. I had a matching mask for every outfit. The only problem is that they're all lost. They get lost so quickly.
Yeah, they really do get lost so quickly. But how does that make you feel, though, knowing that you started, I mean, you set a trend. People were even, saying all sorts of things about it, disputing, trying to bring that whole fashion trend down. But now it has become part of our daily lives.
It's become part of our daily lives, and it's all across the spectrum. You have custom-made masks, to go with everything. If you look at what Bombshell has been doing with her mask game, it's absolutely amazing. I remember even at the Lusaka July, Malama Mulenga was wearing, from Conquering Cancer in Heels, was wearing this intricate mask. It looked so amazing. I love the mask game. Sometimes it's a bit too much, when you start seeing like names of cars on the masks and whatnot, like now we're going like a bit overboard and whatnot. But all in all, mask game was good.
Now, outside the mask game, right? As we're looking at 2021 and with the elections, the first lady. Now, we've had first ladies that have always been stylish, except one. I don't think she's been great with fashion. I know you know my sentiments on this one, and this is
No.
Madam Tandiwe Banda, bless her soul. I don't think she really brought it, but a breath of fresh air when it comes to our current first lady, and that is Mutinta Hijilema. What do you think about her fashion choices?
She hasn't yet done any wrong, I think. A few people would disagree with me, but I think she hasn't put a foot wrong yet. I really love the fact that she communicates through her fashion, and she took it. I love the fact that she took it very seriously, because fashion, a lot of people can say what they want to say about fashion, but it really, really is such a form of expression. You can convey so many things through fashion. Princess Diana herself, we would know what is happening at what stage in her life by the way she expressed herself fashion-wise, And the First Lady has been doing exactly that. I mean, when she just stepped out during that inauguration, I was like, I'm done. Throw the TV away. I've seen what I came to see. She was amazing. She's amazing. I love her fashion.
And what was crazy, I think she was even the biggest highlight of the inauguration than her husband, the president himself.
Yes.
Now,
I feel...
Yeah.
I really feel like the president, I like his style. Okay, the white gloves are everything. The white gloves have been trending and trending and trending, and they're still trending.
Yeah.
I was about to get myself a pair of white gloves just to have a moment. I almost had the white glove moment at Halloween, but I opted for something else. I think the president, when it comes to him, he always looks good. He always looks well put together. I would want him to be a little bit more tailored, I feel. I was
just about to say, Kuni, I don't think the president has brought it just yet in terms of delivering that gentleman fashion, Yes. I think they're slowly trying. I think his trip to America is when we did get to see at least a glance into a more well put together president. I just don't like the choices of ties that they give him. But bringing it, though, back to the First Lady, do you think she is going to be the most iconic First Lady in terms of fashion?
I think she's going to be right up there with our other First Ladies. Madam Maureen gave us lovely moments. Vera Chilova, of course, was the queen of her time. Even those who were not quite first ladies. You have Regina Chilova, may her soul rest in peace, who of course married the former president when he was already the former president. But she gave us such effortless style all the time. I think she's going to be right there in the echelon. She's going to go down in the books, in the great First Lady fashion books.
For me, she sits at number 1. And then Maureen Mwanawasa. And then I'll give it to Vera Chilova after that. And then I think Mama Betty. And thereafter, maybe Dr. Christine Kaseva. I think she did try. Thereafter, I think for me, bottom place is a tie between Tandiwe and Esther. That's how I look at it.
When you talk about Mama Betty counter, I mean, even you, Malama, giving us Mama Betty, even right now as we speak, you're always giving us a 21st century Mama Betty on the daily. You know that.
Yes, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But now let's bring it to the other trend that had been happening. And of course, this is the white gloves that we did see on the president. What did you first make of the white gloves?
I found it so exciting. Yeah. Everyone was taken aback.
Yeah.
But I found it so exciting and of its moment. I think the administration knows the power of trending. They know the power of good social media. They know the power of something as simple as an iconic outfit moment carrying through and helping you to continue remaining relevant on social media. And to the youth, to the kids who voted for him, you know, that's the kind of razzle dazzle that they want to see. I like how I'm saying I'm also a youth. Ask the children who voted for him.
I'm a youthie.
I'm a youth, senior youth.
Yeah, you know, but this is how I see it. Because you are so fashion oriented, you're so knowledgeable about fashion. I like how you've looked at it from that perspective. But if you remember, the president, Double H7 used to wear latex gloves.
Yes.
And then come the inauguration, he switched it up to the white gloves. Now, I think the only reason they did that is because the latex gloves would have looked a little rude.
Yes, it would have looked too clinical. You know, he would have started looking like he was about to perform a surgery or something like that.
Dissect
So
the instruments of power.
You just start thinking of dissecting and whatnot, and it's like, no. So I think the direction that they went with was very nice. I mean, when you become the president, honey, you gotta switch it up to something more comfortable, something more alluring, you know?
Do you think he should keep going with this white gloves, you know, like KK had his white handkerchief?
I think he should keep going. He should keep going. You know, you get one thing, and you stick to it for as long as you can. And even I, for one, have gone through so many fashion eras and different fashion moments. You know, I've always been doing one thing to the next. I was looking at my old videos and my old pictures, you know, and I'm just like, I remember when I was going through my Nigerian phase, and it was one boo-boo after the next and after the next and after the next. Yes, so, you know, I like the idea of a fashion era. So I think his fashion era right now is the white gloves, and I think he should run with it for as long as he can.
Okay,
but
even after COVID.
I feel like it needs to, you know, to come together.
Yeah. So do you think he should keep running with it even after COVID?
Girl, the question is, when is COVID ending? I like the way you're saying after. You're so optimistic.
I am hopeful. I am hopeful because I've had enough of COVID. But when it comes to the overall fashion, I know you did say a little bit on the president, but I did cut you off there because we would be getting into it. But when it comes to his overall style, what do you think of the president's style?
You know, I like the president's style for what it is, but I think there can be more. I feel like it's getting a bit too boring. We've seen the suits. We want to see him switch it up. Remember when Barack Obama switched it up and wore a brown suit, and everyone it was trending on the news. You know, Republicans were incensed. How dare he? And then everyone else was just so excited. I think he needs to switch it up. I want to see him in a kachitenge shirt. I want to see him in leather jackets.
Right.
You know, when he's off. I want to see him in different things. I want to see him in a bright color. I want to see him in a Nigerian outfits, you know, when he's meeting a West African delegation. I want to see it all. There's so much that men can do with fashion right now. A lot of it is a bit much, even for me. I mean me, but all in all, I think there's a lot that can be done in men's fashion, and I think he needs to kind of take the reins and move in that direction of, I can switch it up.
I totally agree with you. I'd like to see him in more fitting suits, you know, well-tailored. Even for his age, it might not be exactly a slim fit suit, but there's always a nice cut that can go for him. But I don't think we will see him dare step in a boo-boo or to fit if he's going to meet a Nigerian counterpart of some sort. I don't see it happening. He doesn't look like that kind of guy. But if I mean, even just stepping out into color, with past pictures, I think his colors are very bland. So yeah, it would be nice to see him in a Chitenge shirt, you know, maybe in a Siziva if he goes to the Komboka ceremony, you know, things like that. Like, I'd love to just see him step out of that comfort zone and trade in the khakis for days when he's doing, you know, things around farming would be fine. But yeah, and maybe trim the afro just a little bit more.
Exactly. You know, I want to see him doing different things. I want a moment where the president is like going to Dundumwe, hold a rally, and I want to see him in like a polo neck with a leather jacket and jeans and boots
Yeah.
and a cowboy hat. You can do it. It can be done.
I think we're asking for too much. The one person I think who'd have delivered and did deliver in terms of fashion is the former president, that is ECL. And I think I will definitely miss ECL for how good he always looked every time he stepped out in public. Suits were well tailored. He was adventurous with color. I mean, for me, I think his most outstanding outfit will always be that maroon suit he wore. Absolutely amazing, short sleeved. But I also don't think we'll ever see HH in those 3/4 jackets.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen him yet. No, I remember the ECL days. I mean, ECL was, I think he was a fashion wild card. You never knew what you were going to get. And that was exciting in its own right. It was you never know how the president is going to turn up. Are you enjoying the new Adidas tracksuit gray-haired ECL?
Yes, I'm loving it. I think he's so laid back, but I think it's time for him to just kick it with some chinos, maybe trade in the joggers. It's a bit too simple. He gave us so much fashion that Mr. Lungu, you are slowly disappointing the rest of us that thought you were doing amazing in terms of setting a fashion trend, because I think we even got to see some of the men as well dress up a little different and put in more effort, because he himself was doing the most when it comes to delivering fashion.
Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, and I'm loving his new look now. I feel like he looks like if you met him out in the wealthy, he's gonna be so chilled and your drinks are gonna be sorted. He's giving that vibe.
Right, and he's gonna tell some good jokes, because I think he's got a sense of humor underneath all of that. But we're gonna take a short break, and on the other side, we're still coming back with more of the fashion trends. We're still gonna be talking about people like Commander Grace, Chandana K. They came up with something different. Do you remember that? They had people talking. Also, the Lusaka Bear, Chilanta Chitangala, did something out of the ordinary. What did she do? You have to stick around because there's more to come.
Hey, Zam Traditional Jiwantu, the African traditional drink, is here. With our value for our tradition, Zambian Oriental Investment Limited brings to you the Yummy Zam Traditional Jiwantu, which comes in 500 milliliter bottle. Our Jiwantu is suitable for all ages and occasions. You can get yourself a bottle of this natural and uncarbonated Jiwantu at any retail store near you at an affordable price. For more details, you can call us on 0971 548 457.
We're giving you the chance to boost your multi-bet winnings. To activate your boost, create your bet slip, check your boost, and place your bet. It's that simple. The more selections you add, the bigger your boost. Visit Betway online now. Betway, for the love of the game.
Welcome back to What a Year as we throw back some of the biggest fashion trends. Well, not really even just the biggest fashion trends, to be honest. Just people who gave us things to talk about. People who decided to break the fashion barriers and send us into a frenzy. Some actually did set the trends. But one of the people that had a lot of people talking and has always had people talking is Innocent Kalimanchi. Now, Innocent Kalimanchi has had people talking. I don't want to get into his political affiliations. That's his business. What I'm more interested in is his hairstyles. Now, he has had people talking for the longest because he puts in beads, he braids it, you know. Vachtakotuma Masai. He's not even wearing his... Anyway, both people in this picture are not wearing their masks properly. They're under their noses. Please ensure that every time you wear your mask, it is sitting above your nose because COVID is real. Now, Kuni, when it comes to the Innocent Kalimanchi, what do you think about his hair trends? I know hair trends in Zambia, when it comes to men, will always have people talking.
Yes. You know, hair, it's so interesting, you know, because at the end of the day, hair is dead cells growing out of your head. But it's such a controversy about what people do, what people choose to do with their hair. And I'm loving it, to be honest. I think it gets people talking. And again, I think for somebody, you know, with guys, you know, there's only so much you can do with your hair, or there's only so much you think you can do or are allowed to do with your hair. So I completely embrace the fact that he does it all and he's just, you know, doing whatever it is that he wants to do with his hair. I mean, more power to whatever you want to do with your hair. I'm all for it. As long as you're not going to State House with like pink hair. You know, there's a time and a place for everything, but do what you must with your hair.
Manje sunadabu at wanamanga Masai.
I'm telling you.
What a run that was, right? But also another person who gave a lot of people something to talk about quite recently is Your Maps. So he's got this whole new hairdo going on. He's dyed his hair blonde, and I don't, you know, personally, I think Kiddies should have just told him, babe, this is not the right look for you. But what did you think of Your Maps' new hair as he made even the big announcement that he's moving from KMP to Nexus Music?
Yes. You know, I think it was also calculated, because when you're making an announcement as big as that, you want the moment to be memorable. And so and also you see how people can use fashion to kind of convey a message. I think the message that was trying to be conveyed in that moment was that I'm moving, I'm going into a new direction, and it was almost like this is the new me, kind of. That's how I get it.
Actually, 2022, new year, new me, new look.
New me, new everything. You know, here's what it is. I almost didn't recognize that it was Your Maps, to be very honest with you. I also saw the new pictures that he did. I almost didn't realize that it was him. But I think he's got the face to carry off the hairstyle. I don't mind it.
Maybe if he dyes his hair black, would be interesting. But we do get to see so many of your celebrity friends as well just carry out all these different hairstyles. I guess it comes also with the industry. And yeah, it must be cool to have a job where you can wild out on your hair. But another person who did give us something is Slap D. Now, we've seen him transition through different types of hairstyles, and now he wants to join our club of dreadlocks. What did you think about that?
Really, the dreadlock gang. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan. I saw him last night at Bombshell's album launch.
Yeah.
He was looking pretty good. I'm sure the pictures are gonna be posted any minute now.
Yeah.
I received mine, so I'm very excited. But he looked good. But I'm not really feeling the dreads. I feel like I like his other hairdos.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not giving me.
Do you think it's a little forced? It's just not settling well with him?
Yeah.
A little forced, yeah. Oh well, under the rug. Slap, I guess, as 2022 approaches, maybe it's time you change your hair, your maps too, especially your maps. I don't mind Slap D's hair. I think it's nice to see him step out of a comfort zone, show men as well that you can really just have fun and play around with your hair, because there's always a lot of talk around that. But your maps, inena papata. That hair gotta go. That hair has to go. It's either you dye it back to black or try a different color, and just, yeah, if you want to grow out your hair, that's cool and all, but this blonde with those braids, those beads, is a no. It's a no. We thank God that your music is amazing. Well, another person who really had people talking when she hit the streets was Commander Grace. Now, this is one woman who was bold, daring, and for me, I think she was pushing the barriers and setting a very high standard for women all across the country, because when you wear certain clothing in town, you have people catcalling you. You've got, men and women catcalling you, but she just continues to live in her own element. But I think the bigger shock came in when she switched in that look for dresses. But before, for a whole dolled up look, had people in a frenzy. But what did you think about Commander Grace when she started to trend?
I love Commander Grace. I love what she brought. I love the moment that she created. And I don't mind it at all. And I also agree with what you're saying about how she's like set the tone of saying you can wear whatever you want to wear. This is not 1954, and let's just do what we're gonna do with what we're wearing. But the only thing that Commander Grace was at the Lusaka July. I was so disappointed because I was waiting for her to give us an actual Grace Jones moment.
Yeah.
There was so much that could have been done. I wouldn't have wanted her to change anything about her look and the way she does her thing, but I would have wanted at Lusaka July for it to have more finesse, to have more je ne sais quoi, to have more razzle dazzle. I feel like a designer should have come in to design what she always wears, but to make it very Lusaka July-ish.
Yeah, I hear you. I was also quite disappointed. I get it. That's a breakout style and whatnot. That's what got her trending. But I mean, when it comes to looking at a high-end event, a fashion event like Lusaka July, we really did expect her to bring more to the table, but she just didn't do it. I mean, I looked at her and I'm like, not kuno. Not kuno. But she flipped the script on everybody when she gave us, the wig, the dress. I was blown away when I saw a whole different side to her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a different side. And it was a different side. I liked it. But I just feel like moving forward, she must continue doing what she's doing. But I feel like there needs to be more finesse. There needs to be more. She needs to call a few designers and be like, listen, hook me up, let's do this. And then we'll have something even more to talk about.
I agree. Otherwise, I think 2021 will be the last we get to see of Commander Grace in that form. In terms of the way she's been trending in terms of fashion, because people do get bored, and if you don't give them something new, something exciting, something to keep them talking, then you will remain in 2021, Commander Grace. But also, two people that had us really talking as well, because they're so young, they came in with something different. It was not expected, because they're always so cool. They're always wearing the coolest caps and the trendiest of jackets and jeans and sneakers and things like that, was Chandana K. So when they featured Abel Chungu in their song, they came out in suits. You had this, it was almost like a blush pink and white combo, which I think they looked so good because it was not expected for them to dress that way.
It was not expected at all. I think they looked really, really good. I really appreciated that moment. Mm-hmm. And, there was still Chandana K, but the dressed up dapper version. And I liked that. I liked that so much.
I hope, now you see, those are two people I think Commander Grace can pull a page out of and flip it for 2022.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. But also 2021 did see some celebrity weddings. We did see Esther Chungu and Pompey getting married. They looked amazing. We had Enoch Mwepu as well getting married. What did you think of these two? Let's start with Esther Chungu and Pompey. First of all, there were no pictures. Everyone was curious. They kept us curious as to what they were wearing that day. But the pictures came out. What were your first thoughts on that one?
My first thought is that I still have sleepless nights over not being invited. But I will recover. We were not invited, Malama. And I'm still thinking about this to this day. But no, all jokes aside, I think that was a beautiful wedding. Mm-hmm. Well done.
Yeah.
You know, from everyone's first of all, they really just made it about them and their circle. And I love that. And they gave us these little tidbits of the official photos of the day. And I think it was really exciting. And I think she looked absolutely amazing. And one thing I love about her is that ever since that wedding, I feel like she's even come into her own fashion-wise. And she's just, you know, she's more out there, she's looking better than she ever looked previously. And I love the moment. I love the moment that she's giving us. Even Pompey, you know, they're just like now they've become this power couple, stepping out on the right note, wearing the right clothes. I love it. I love it.
I loved it as well. I think Esther looked absolutely beautiful. I loved her dress. I love that, you know, they set a good standard for celebrity weddings, because now we'll always, you know, want to see which celebrity dress is going to outdo the next one. But for me, really, it was Pompey, because I just didn't think he could clean up like that. I was so surprised. I looked at him. I said, "Okay, Madam Esther, we see you, girl. I see what you see." Well, I don't see what you see. Sorry, I take that back. But but I just loved the fact that it was great to see Pompey more suited up, and I think he also delivered something that I would love to see more of. I would love to see Pompey give us more of those blazers and the bow ties, of course depending on the event, but it was just great to see him outside the t-shirts and the jeans, because the more you see celebrities in the usual clothing, it gets a little boring, a little monotonous, so you just want something out of the ordinary.
Yeah, no, definitely. They really, the both of them have really hit the ball rolling, and I think they're conveying to us the message that we are a power couple, we're an entertainment couple, we're a couple of influence, and they're doing it on the right note.
So Enoch Mwepu as well got married this year. Another one that blew everyone out of the park, because I don't think, again, for me, this one, it was more of him than his bride. She did look amazing. She looked very beautiful. I loved her dress. But it was also just nice to see him out of the ordinary. It was just nice to see him out of the ordinary. But anyway, moving on from that one. Now, I did tell you earlier, right, that the Lusaka mayor, Madam Chilanda Chitangala, came out in something unusual. This was for the nurses grad. She had on the nursing uniform, the nurses uniform, and she did have her the Merrill chain as well around her. And I think she looked great. She was masked up. She had I don't know what they call oh God. It sits on top of the head, the little crown thing that they wear, the nurses wear. I think she looked amazing. What do you think about, you know, the mayor stepping out in a nurse's uniform?
She looked absolutely divine. I think I think it was on point. It wasn't like a caricature, and you know, because it can be a bit it can end up being like costume. But I think it was well done. Very, very well done.
Another lady, I think, that has another lady in position or a public seating which is the Honorable Minister of Broadcasting and Information, or in the Information Minister on Broadcasting, Trishika Sanda. This woman, first of all, had people talking based just on her looks because she's so beautiful, but also she's quite stylish. Now, what I love about this is it's coming from one stylish minister, information minister, to another. What are your thoughts on that one, Kuni?
Absolutely. Like I said, even at the beginning of the show, I really feel like women have, just in politics, in music, you name it, they're just setting the bar high for the fashion game. And I love how they're doing it with, with so much bravado and with so much oomph, So for me, it's exciting. It's a good time for fashion.
It's a good time for fashion, right? Now, looking at how stylish also Auntie Dora was, I know we spoke a lot about Auntie Dora on Law and Vogue, but I want to get this from you. Would you have been disappointed if the Honorable Minister Trishika Sanda was not as fashionable as Dora Celia?
I would have. I really, really would have. Because it was like big shoes to fill, and I didn't fill them. So I'm happy. I would have been disappointed. I would be like, no, ma'am.
Now, as we wrap up, Kuni, the biggest shocker, and I think the one that had everyone speechless, has to be Nalu, and I think she takes the crown. Seeing her in her beautiful pink dress, the anniversary pictures, I see you clapping. It's true. That one, you deserve all the flowers, Nalu, all the flowers. She looked amazing when she did the shoot with her hubby, Israel. What do you think about her transition?
I love her transition. She looks beautiful. She looks amazing. I had an opportunity to see her a couple of weeks ago at an event that I was performing at, and she came to perform with Israel. And I was just taken. I went up to her and I have no words, really. She just looks beautiful. I'm running over myself because she looks so beautiful. She takes all the flowers for the year. All of them, give her.
This is what I would love to see Nalu do. Take more pictures without Israel. And this is from a fashion perspective. I feel like she's done so well. She's done so amazing. But on the red carpet, when it comes to fashion, he's dragging her behind. That's how I look at it. But anyway, Kuni, thank you so much for closing the year and looking back at the year of fashion with me. Thank you for forever being so stylish as well. I look forward to see what you're going to do with 2022.
We shall definitely see. I'm off to my show right now. I'm just giving you a heads up, I'm going to be wearing a fur coat. So don't come for me and be like, he was wearing a fur coat in the heat of December. It's about the look, okay?
It's about the look, and that's where we wrap up, because really it is about the look. Every time you step out of the house, remember, celebrities, we are watching you. I am watching you. Now, for more also fashion content, be sure to catch Law and Vogue every Saturdays at 18:30. From myself, my guest, and the rest of the team, it's good night.